And good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday morning.
Good morning, everybody. How you doing, Rod?
Doing all right today. Doing all right. Been looking forward to it all week. So
Yeah,
glad to finally get here.
yeah. I saw the preview card up, and I was like, "Wow, has it been 28 episodes already?" Doesn't seem like we've done like 4 or 5.
Oh, it doesn't, man. I'm telling you, and it goes by. Each episode seems like it goes by quicker and quicker.
Oh yeah,
We're always talking. Before we bring everybody in, we're always talking about. Wow, I hope we got enough stuff to show to fill up 2 hours, and the 2 hours just
it
flies
flies.
by.
It flies.
Unbelievable. A lot of fun though. A lot of fun. Do anything good
Oh yeah.
this week?
I worked, so no.
Oh, how about? Did you get
No, it
any?
was a good week. I actually got to see had my grandkids for about 4 or 5 hours last night. My daughter-in-law got her first tattoo, so it was a big deal. She'd been wanting to get one. My son's got a lot, of ink, and she kind of put it off, but she got a real nice one. It was pretty tasteful, but we were watching the kids while she was having that done, so it was pretty fun.
Oh, well, I didn't do a whole lot this week. We've had car trouble woes, as we were talking about earlier. Our second car is down, so it needs a new motor. Well, that's not going to happen. So we're going to take the money that we would have put into that and go out and try and find another second-hand vehicle and see what we can do with that. So that's been my biggest headache this week. But on the
Yeah,
good side
that's
of
a lot,
things,
man. I hate.
I did get some good stuff in the from eBay, and I'm gonna show those. That'll probably be the first stuff I show this morning when it's my turn. So I'm looking forward to that. Uh, hopefully, I don't think there's a whole lot. I don't think I've shown a lot of this stuff yet, so we'll see.
Yeah, yeah. I think most of the stuff I pulled out, I don't think I've shown it on this show. So hopefully it'll be new to some people.
Well, what do you say? Should we open up the gates and let in the peanut gallery?
Let's crack open those nuts.
And good morning, everybody in the peanut gallery.
Morning.
Thank you all so much for being here with us, sharing your Saturday morning once again. We really appreciate it. I got to start off by apologizing. We were having some technical difficulties on my end this morning, it looks like. And as a result, I wound up having to exit the studio and then come back in. Well, in doing that, evidently, I wasn't aware that this could happen. Evidently, it wiped out the comments that were in there previous, which included Mastodon and Easy Comic Reader. And Easy Comic Reader always starts us off with his creative song styles. And he had one up there from the Temptations, Get Ready. And it was really good. I went on and listened to the music so I could get a feel for it. Shannon said he knew it, so he was gonna handle the chores on it. But
kind of knew it. It's been years since I played that song. You throw me under the bus already.
And I'm sorry, man, but no, it was all my fault. It's my fault. Nobody else's fault but mine. So I got to apologize to Mastodon Comics and to Easy Comic Reader. I am so sorry, man. I did not know it was going to wipe things out, and I apologize because we look forward to to that song style now, kicking us off. And it was a real good one this morning, too. So hopefully at some point we can get that back in and do that for you, Easy Reader, because it was really good. And I apologize, man. I apologize to both of you guys. And what we got going on, we got Lady M. Maranya is in there. Good morning, she says, YouTube land. Said like Robin Williams in Good Morning Vietnam. Good morning, YouTube land.
Yeah, hello to Rod, Shannon, the wonderful Nutty Peanut Gallery, and all of the super sunny nuts of the day out there. Absolutely.
And Rob Brown, my favorite show. Good morning, my friends. And good morning to you, Rob. Thanks again for being with us.
And Rob's laughing at Maranya.
Dr. Von Chiller is in the house. Dr. Von Chiller, great to have you with us, sir. How you doing, John?
Good morning, John.
Did you get to see John's latest video of Pauline?
I did not. I saw. I was flipping through stuff last night, and I saw it, but I was already headed to bed, so I'm gonna have to catch it after we do this.
She's getting pretty active, man. She jumps up on the windowsill, then from the windowsill over to the counter and starts talking with him. It's pretty cool. A lot of fun.
And Maranya's saying hi to Pauline. Oh, and to John too. Well, we see the priority there, so we already knew that.
Yeah. And Rob Brown says, Doc, I was curious. Were you able to pick up the Hulk Grand Design books by Jim Rugg? I have one of them. Isn't there two? I believe there's two. I've only picked up one. I'm still hunting down the other one. Let me know if there's. I think there's two. I think you told me once before that there were two. So I want to get both of them if that's the case. Yes, I want to get them.
Yeah, it's Hulk Grand Design, 40 years of Hulk history in 2 books. Yeah.
2 books. There we go. There's the answer. Okay. If I'd have just waited. So awesome. Yeah, I will be getting that second one. I've got to find the first one that I get so I don't buy a duplicate. So hopefully we'll be able to do that.
That never happens, right?
Oh, man. Happens a lot more than I'd like it to these days. I'm telling you. Yeah. And Dr. Von Chilla says, Pauline is here. She's carrying around an envelope from yesterday's mail. She's become so obsessed with it, she even brought it up to bed last night.
Mail cat.
That's it. The Feline Express. Instead of the Pony Express, it'd be the Feline Express.
And Rob laughed.
And Lady M says, 40 years and 2 books? That's crazy talk. I'd like to see them try that for my guy Iron Man, but stop at issue 16 of Kieron Gillen's run. Why does that name sound familiar? Kieron Gillen's. I'm thinking of the girl who plays Nebula in the MCU.
Oh, I don't know, man. I think that's a later run of Iron Man she's talking about.
That name just looks wicked familiar to me.
Yeah.
All right, let's soldier on.
Michael Taylor, good morning, Doc and Shannon. Good morning, sir. Happy to see you.
Good morning, Michael. And Lady M says, was it junk mail or fan mail for her, John? Inquiring minds want to know.
Hippies in the house. Greetings, people of Earth. Hey, Tom.
Great to have you with us again, Tom. Thanks for spending your Saturday with us. Appreciate that. Mike Taylor says, good morning, Dr. Von Chilla. Rob
Brown. Yeah, it is crazy, Maranya, but Jim Rugg pulls it off. Yeah, he was telling me about those books too, but I haven't been able to pick them up yet.
They're pretty thick books too.
Yeah, I saw them online. Pretty good.
So, and he says, I would love to see my favorite Iron Man artist, Bob Layton, do a grand design of Shellhead. That would be interesting.
Maranya, Rob, you and I are in agreement with Michelini co-plotting it. Yeah. Yeah, lots of good talent there.
Yes, sir. And Dr. Monchilla says, it was a card to her from a secret admirer. Laughing out loud.
And Rob Brown's giving us a little laugh to that. Oh, yeah.
Dr. Monchilla says, howdy, Michael Taylor and Tom.
Rob Brown, good morning to everybody.
And Hippies Collectible says, hiya, hiya, John and Pauline.
Maranya, you may have to have the talk with that young lady, John. She's too young to even think about such things.
Cheap Comic Collector, thank you for spending your Saturday with us today, sir.
Yes, sir. Glad to have you.
Oh, awesome, awesome, awesome. He says, I finally made it. I'm finally here watching live. Well, welcome to the show, sir. Thank you very much.
And Ranger Sly's in the house, our neighbor to the north. Good morning, Rod and Shannon, and the whole peanut gallery of the best chat on the internet.
Oh, thank you, Ranger. Always great to see you here. And Rob Brown says, welcome to the live show.
Hippies Collectibles, howdy, howdy.
And Michael Taylor says, every time you show the big wheel, it brings back fond memories. Love the big wheel. Yeah, the 2 hours do fly. Yeah, I'm telling you, the fastest 2 hours in comics right here.
And Ranger, welcome in to the live stream, Cheap Comic Collector.
All right. And Dr. Von Chilla says, he's laughing out loud at Maranya's comments.
Hulk, smash that like button, guys. Thank you, kind sir.
Yes. Thank you. Hippies Collectibles, the nuttier, the better.
Rob flips out and sounds like Curly from the Three Stooges, Eye Poke's girlfriend.
Yeah. Easy Comic Reader, no worries. He says, again, I'm sorry, Easy Comic Reader. I did not know by doing that, backing out, that it was going to wipe out the comments that were in there previously. I now know, and it will not happen again. But thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Maranya says, for Rod, the lyrics from ECR. She saved it.
Oh, are you ready?
I don't know, man. I know part of that song, but it's been so long since I played it or sang it.
Well, let's see if this is it.
Okay. We've never watched a channel that makes us feel the way that you do. You're all right. Whenever they ask you, makes us Saturdays, what say you do? You're out of sight.
Nailed it. Awesome. Oh, that's awesome. Maranya, thank you for bailing me out. I appreciate that. Thank you. And the Professor Eric Breen is here once again. Why can't you have technical difficulties that wipe out Jackson's comments?
There's something going on with those two. I don't know, you know.
And the Civil War continues.
Man. And Hippies Collectibles, yuck.
As Maranya says, so fee, fi, fo, fum. Look up, peanuts, because here they come. And we're bringing you memories too. So get ready. Yeah, that's the second part of it. All right. Thank you, Maranya. You saved us. Saved me. Bailed me out. Appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Oh, Mastodon says, Maranya beat me to it. That's what I love about this, man. Everybody just chiming in and helping out.
That's awesome. I mean, the best gallery ever. Bronco Bear, good morning to you, sir. Thanks for hanging out with us on Saturday.
Yeah, appreciate you coming by.
Yeah.
Michael Taylor saying good morning to Eric.
Easy Comic Reader says, thank you, Maranya. Yeah. She saved the day.
Rob Brown, good morning.
And Mastodon Comics, no apologies necessary, he says. They still show on YouTube chat, so we can always repost it. Oh, I did not know that. Cool. Thank you very much for that I appreciate that. And again, I'm sorry it wiped it out, so we weren't able to see you till now. Appreciate that.
Easy comic. Appreciate it, Mastodon. Absolutely.
And Gratu from the Hotel Orloff is hanging out with us today. Great to have you with us, Gratu.
Good morning, sir. Glad to have you.
Awesome, awesome. And the Jackson Roy Kirk says, hello, folks.
Morning from Rob Brown.
And Jackson Roy Kirk says, Mr. Breen, we meet again. Did it suddenly get cold in here?
Yeah, I just felt a chill, man. Hippies. Yeah, Jackson.
And Lady M says, good morning, Gratu and Jackson.
Michael Taylor, good morning to Gratu.
And Eric Breen says, how many of you are there, Jackson? He's cloned.
It's like Agent Smith in The Matrix.
Yeah, there you go.
Karen Gillan played Nebula in MCU. Yeah, you're right.
Okay. That's why the name is so very similar to it. That's why it was like, wow, I know that wasn't going to be the case, but it was just weird. And the professor says, good morning to Michael.
And Michael Taylor's when we did our favorite artist a few weeks ago. I forgot about Frank Frazetta. Oh, yeah, the master.
Oh, yeah.
Frank Frazetta.
Absolutely. It's just so many great artists out there. It's hard to keep them all in your head, at least for me anyway.
Yeah.
And Rob Brown says, gasp.
Not nearly enough, Eric.
And Graphic Man Micah, how are you doing, sir?
Michael, good to see you, buddy.
How are you feeling? Give us an update here in the Peanut Gallery. Everybody wants to know how you're doing.
Yes, we do.
He says, Rod is deleting comments. Good morning, periodical enthusiasts. Great to have you with us, Micah. I tried to give you a call the other day. I don't know if you got my text message afterwards, but I'm going to be giving you a call again here either today or tomorrow. So, and Rob Brown says, wow, my screen was locked up on waiting screen. Had to refresh. Grrr.
Ronia's hello there, Micah. How are you doing? I hope better.
Absolutely. We all hope you're feeling better. Michael Taylor says, I think I have a crack on my shell. That's nuts.
VCR saying morning graphic man.
Mastodon says, Rod, you could make someone a chat moderator to wipe out Jackson's comments, but I would not suggest Mr. Breen. He'll wipe the whole chat.
Michael saying, good morning, graphic man.
Mastodon says, hi, Micah. Hope you're doing well. As do we all. All right. I think that catches us up with the first round of the Peanut Gallery. So let's see what we got going on. Yeah. Let's hide that. All right. What do you want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
I think I started last time, man. Go ahead.
All righty. So we'll see. Whoops. I don't want to remove. Ooh, but that would not have been good. Let's do that. Okay. Holy mackerel. Only been doing this for 28 weeks or whatever, and still can't get things right. I'm telling you. All right. The first thing I'm going to start off with is the latest stuff that I picked up. I picked up some eBay stuff, and then I picked up stuff from a new place in one of our local malls here. It's a comic toy and collectible shop, and it's been a lot of fun. Got a lot of really good stuff. But we'll start off with the stuff from eBay that I picked up. First, I picked up this right here, fanzine, The Comic Reader.
Oh, yeah. I love that.
One look at that cover, and you know why I picked it up.
Who was the artist on that, Rod?
It does say on here, Houston, DM okay. Houston.
That's cool.
I'm looking to see if they say anything on the inside. But And then on the back is one by the artist Macari. It's Titans.
Oh, cool. That's neat.
And for those of you who haven't ever read any of these, it's a fanzine, but and they have articles and they show artwork. They show a lot of the comics that were coming out at the time. DC and Marvel, I believe they do some independents too.
Oh yeah. See, that's a lot like the Amazing World of DC Comics, the direct currents section. I always loved that.
Yep. Yes. So it was, and then they got other articles and comic strips in it.
Oh, cool.
Let's see what else we got in here. This is an article about a Multicon 81.
Oh, cool.
John Byrne and LB Cole. And there's an article on Cerebus. There we go.
Nice.
If anybody remembers Cerebus out there. So, but yeah, it's just a lot of fun. It's a good read, just enjoyable.
Oh yeah.
So, and they always have great covers and back covers. But when I saw the Space Ghost thing, I'm like, whoa, okay, gotta have Space Ghost, man.
Got to have it in the collection.
You got it. You
need to make like your own little Space Ghost corner, man.
That's it. I'm gathering the stuff. We'll have to have a Hanna-Barbera corner or something. Here's another one.
Oh yeah, Creeper.
Yeah, had to get the Creeper. So,
yeah.
But look at the difference in size.
Oh wow. Yeah, I think I got a few of those, and I was wondering about the size difference.
Well, that's what I did when I first got it in the mail, because I got this one first, right? And then a couple days later, I get this one. And I'm like, well, is that some kind of? Did he put it in the wash or something? And what is this? But I went and looked, and sure enough, no, this is the actual size. It's like.
Now, is that a newer one than the other one, or is that older than the bigger size?
Let's see here. This is 144. This is before Space Ghost. So the other one is like 191, I think it is.
Okay.
But this is so. But
well, that's cool.
Yeah, and the artist on this is I can't see it. Terry Austin.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. There we go.
And I know how we both love that character.
Yes, sir, bub.
Yeah, I think one of my last videos I showed the Creeper run. Yeah.
Yeah. I love it. And it's it's one of those, like I think you said in your video, it's one of those short series, and it's really not that expensive. Maybe the first issue is
right.
The priciest of them all, but the rest of them, it's very reasonable.
Oh,
yeah, I love that. And this one here, I just got in this morning, and this finishes off this series for me. So I got to put together those and show a little video. And it is the Gunhawks. This is number 3.
Oh yeah, Reno and Kid.
Yeah. So that puts to bed that series for me.
You see that kid at the bottom of the cover?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's like, Mama, where's my shrimp and cheese grits?
Oh man,
just giving Ron a hard time.
That's it. Oh my gosh. And then we got let's see, we had talked about those 3 issues where Adventure Comics turns into like an anthology one.
Oh yeah,
with the Vigilante and Captain Fear, was it, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, there were 4. There were those 3 with the anthology, but there was also the one just before it that I needed to fill in. So I needed those 4 issues to fill in a gap. And I finally got this one here. This is 424, and it's with Supergirl.
Oh yeah, yeah,
and a bunch of dead people out in space.
yeah. I told you I got a text from Eric K this morning, and that was one of the books he just picked up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah. So now I've got that. And then speaking of that, here's 426
Oh yeah.
with the vigilante.
Yeah, I loved all those features, man. The Adventurers Club and Captain Fear and Vigilante. And then they would have like some kind of maybe a sci-fi story sometimes.
And those 3 issues too, where they were just, it was one of those things for me anyway, where it's like they weren't very expensive. So there was always something that I needed to get before that,
Right.
in front
Yeah.
of that. So it's like, okay, I'll get them next. I'll get them next time. I'll get them. Never did. Finally pulled the trigger on them. So I got that little 4-issue gap filled. Woo!
Good deal, man.
So,
Congrats.
and this right here, I want to give a shout out to uh, Full Moon Collectibles. It's in the Fox Run Mall in Newington, New Hampshire.
Oh,
I want
cool.
to give a shout out to him. He's been really, really super to me. He's a really nice guy. He's a collector like us. He collects a lot of different things. He's down a lot of rabbit holes, and he opened up a store. And I bought some stuff from him before, but I went by there the other day. Me and the missus, we go to the mall because there's a iced coffee place there. She got me hooked on this iced coffee stuff. I've never been a coffee drinker, but now
Yeah.
I like this iced coffee. It's cinnamon. It's like a cinnamon toast crunch flavor to it.
Yeah.
So, but he had these books in the window when I went by, and I'm like, I did one of those double takes, walking by. Yeah, okay. What? Okay. So I said I had to get this one because I remember having this off the rack as a kid, and it is Masters of Terror. And I was looking for the number. I think this is the first one.
Yeah. Yeah, I love those, man. There was only 2 issues, and they are, I believe they are like color or black and white reprints of the color stories in supernatural thrillers.
So the supernatural thrillers came first. I wondered which one came first.
I think so. I'm not completely sure, but I think that's the way it worked. Yeah,
because I recognized the cover as the cover to one of those
right.
supernatural thrillers, but I didn't know which one came first, so I was curious to look that up. But when I saw that, I'm like, yeah, I remember having that, man. It took me right back.
Yeah, yeah, I love that, man. And supernatural thrillers was great. It just took like classic sci-fi and horror stories and like adapted them to comics.
Yep.
And that one's from H.G. Wells, of course, the classic Invisible Man. Yeah, cool stuff.
Yeah. So I mean, that was really neat. And then there was another one there, and I kept looking at it, and I said, no, I'm not going to get it. I'm not going to get it. So we walked away, walked back, walked away, walked back. And I said, I walked in and he smiled. As soon as he saw me come through the door again, he smiled. He goes, all right, which one now? He knew, and I'm like, okay, well, I picked up this one here. Tales of the Zombie, number 7, with old Simon Garth.
Oh, yeah. That's the good stuff.
So it's like, I remember seeing these on the rack and wanted to get some. I don't believe I ever did. Maybe one, but that was about it.
Right.
So I said, yeah, I have to get that.
Yeah, I love that character. To me, he's kind of almost like Man-Thing or Frankenstein or something. I mean, it's one of those. And I've only got like the first issue of that, but I'd love to get some more.
Me too. It's a fascinating character.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, he gave me a great bargain on that second one. It just being good. He wasn't expecting or looking for anything, and I said, you know what? We got talking, and I told him about our show here. I said, I'm gonna give you a plug on there, a shout out. So hopefully he gets to watch this at some point and sees it, because he's a really good guy and really enjoy his shop a lot.
Good deal.
All right. So we're gonna jump into some Gold Key.
How about some Gold Key?
All right. Well, before we get to the Gold Key, I just got 2 or 3 Yeah, 3. Okay, we were talking about rabbit holes last week, and I had these pulled, so I figured I'd show that. Here's a weird rabbit hole I went down.
Oh wow.
Men of Mystery.
Yeah, I remember those reprints from the 80s, right?
Yep.
Yeah, those
AC
are cool.
Comics.
Yeah.
So I got this one here. Well, it looks like Gil Kane on drugs drawing this.
Yeah.
So, and then here is I think this is my earliest Adventures into the Unknown, number 84 from ACG.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
The Holocaust cover.
Yeah.
And then here's a Dell comic with Buffalo Bill Jr. This is number 9 from the West. Throw that out there. So for Ranger Sly.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Gotta love those photo covers, man.
All right, now we're into some Gold Key. One of my favorite cartoons back in the 60s. Milton the Monster and Fearless.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, Milton the Monster, it was one of those ones that had a great theme song, you know? Loved it. And then this is a 3-issue, it's only a 3-issue run. And I remember seeing this on Disney's World of Wonderful World of Disney. And it's Disney's The Scarecrow of Romney Marsh.
Yeah. I think I remember you showing that, or somebody showed it, and I'd never seen that when I said, well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was it was like, historically wise, it's like one of the first, if not the first superhero type thing. Certainly not in comics, but I mean, if you went by their timeline or whatever, but it was pretty cool. It was a really neat series.
Good deal.
So, and we got this one here is Ray Milland with The Man with the X-Ray Eyes. I think I've seen the movie once a long time ago.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one. That's a classic.
And then, let's see. We'll jump into some Mighty Samson. Here we go with Mighty Samson. Number 1.
That's almost like Go Key's version of Commandy. Good stuff. I need a few to. I've been trying to collect all those, so I just need a few more, and I'll have that one done.
Oh, I was just going to ask you before you said that. I was going to ask you. I think you had most of these.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think Graphic Man. He's a big fan of that series too.
Yeah, there's number 2. I have to put them together because I don't have a whole lot of the golden age backing boards, so I have to piggyback them till I get some.
Right.
Here we go with number 6.
Oh, awesome!
Again, just these Gold Key painted covers, man. What?
I know, man. That's and I'm a big sucker for anything that post-apocalyptic stuff. So
there's number 12.
Yeah, that monster in the background kind of looks like a cartoon character.
Doesn't he look like, at first glance to me, he looks like a big chicken?
Yeah.
I see, son.
No, boy, I'm over there.
And then we go with Mighty Samson number 26.
Oh, cool. Whitman variant.
Yeah.
Nice.
And another Whitman with number 27.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
And another Whitman with number 31. Giant butterfly. It's Rodon.
Get a giant fly swat.
Mothra.
I like what they call New York was Nyark.
All righty. That's it for the first round. Let's get everybody back in here.
All right, man. Take it away.
Okay. All right. Let's see if I can find where we left off. Ha 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 ha. And it was back up here. It was back-to-back Mastodon comics. There we go. Right here. Mastodon says, "Good morning, Jared Osborne. Did I miss? No, I got to go back even further. There we go. Way back. All right. We're in the Wayback Machine. There we go. All right. Go ahead, Shannon. I'll let you take it away.
It's all you, man. You show your stuff and you do the one, and then I'll show mine and I'll do the next one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Mastodon says, Rod, I love the comics you have in the rack today. I have the complete run of Secret Society of Supervillains.
Yeah.
Nice.
Big fan of that series. Love it.
Yes. Awesome. Congratulations on that, sir. And Lady M says, being on the Geeky Puppet Show comic book readings made our professionalism, or lack thereof, rub off on you, Ron. I'm trying. And the Jackson Roy Kirk says, at least Rob hasn't learned to monologue. And Mastodon Comics says, why don't I ever see comic book curator 68 in these chats?
That's a good point. He is on Instagram, but he just now got a YouTube channel.
Oh,
Comic Book Curator 68. Yeah, he just got a YouTube channel and started throwing up some videos. So people go check him out.
Absolutely. Always posting some cool videos of his collection. You see those little videos that he does. Very good. And here is Jared Osmond. Good morning, Jared.
Morning, Jared.
Great to have you with us again, sir. Thanks for spending your Saturday with us. He says, I used to pick up the comic reader when I could find it in the early 80s. I didn't see it regularly, though. No, I never saw it anyplace regularly.
I never saw it at all.
Yeah. And Jack DeRourke says, at Matt. And Michael Taylor says, very cool comic reader. Interesting content. Does that come out monthly? Geez, I don't think it's still being done. Do you?
Oh, no, it's been defunct for a while. Yeah.
I was going to say it was back in the 80s into the 90s, maybe. And Lady M says, monologuing is a skill that I haven't quite mastered yet, Jackson. Now, clobbering time, that I've got down to a science. Yes, she does. Mastodon Comics says, is that the first appearance of Maranya in comics?
Oh, man.
Oh, man. Mastodon says, good morning, Jared. And Lady M says, Shannon, I was finishing up my Saturday morning ritual of shrimp and cheesy grits when you mentioned them. So, yeah.
Awesome.
It wouldn't be a Saturday morning without them, right?
No, it wouldn't.
And she also says, Mastodon, if a character dies in Marvel Comics like Gwen Stacy, the Puppet Show has me read for them. Michael Taylor says, very cool Adventure Comics Supergirl cover. Thank you, sir. Easy Comic Reader says, full moon, please leave my wallet alone. Oh, yeah, exactly, man. I can't just walk in there. I got to come out with something, rescue something. Michael Taylor says, I love iced coffee. I was never a coffee drinker. Tried it way back in my 30s. Didn't like the taste of it. But my wife went to this shop in the mall and she talked me into trying one. I like it. I got to say, I like it. Lee Jackson Rourke says, Maranya, you died last night, didn't you?
Let's hope not.
Wow. Michael Taylor says, very cool Masters of Terror. Thank you, Michael. Appreciate that. Mastodon says, iced coffee. No, thank you. Yeah,
that would be me.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Just something clicked. Maranya says, the only time that I have iced coffee is when I've let my coffee grow cold.
Now, these are real coffee drinkers.
There you go. Ranger Sly says, congrats on completing the Gunhawks, Rod. Thank you, Ranger. Appreciate that, sir. Maranya says, yes, I did, Jackson. They killed off a soul brother and I played him. Mastodon says, that's when I dump it in the drain and it gets cold. Michael says, very cool Tales of the Zombie. Thanks, Michael. I really enjoy that. I really enjoyed that book. I'm definitely going to get some more. Jackson Rourke says, if I had a shop, I'd put shows like this on a big screen on the wall. Oh, that would be cool. Oh,
Oh,
that
that's high praise there. Thank
yeah,
you.
thank you very much, sir. Really do appreciate that. Easy Comic Reader says, "Weird men of mystery." Yes. Michael Taylor says, "Very cool, weird men of mystery." Yes, sirree. And Hippie says, "Men of mystery." Nice. Yes, sir. Eric Breen says, "Gil Kane is the drug, and we're all addicted." Say no more. Absolutely. The Jackson Roy Kirk says, "Though people like Graphic Man won't admit it." Uh-oh. Cheap Comic Collector says, "Dr. Sin." Yes, that's the Scarecrow. Great show with really bad editing. Yeah, well, you can't all be perfect. That one, but it was enjoyable. It was okay. The Geeky Puppet Show. Gil Kane is the only drug we should overdose on. Hippies Collectible says the Scarecrow. Remember that series? Yes, sir. Wonderful World of Disney. Maranya says Micah loves the great one. Otherwise, he wouldn't go to all that effort to make those alarm mashup segments. I think there's a little truth to that, Maranya. I think you're right. Don't tell him, though. Don't tell him.
He's a closet Eli Katz fan.
That's right. That's right. And she says, "Froggy, have you been to bed yet?" Uh-oh. Kiki Papa Joe says, "I'm eating leftover cold pizza and watching Rod geek over comic books from when Breen was a boy." And Micah Graphic Man says, "Keep showing those gold key painted covers." I got a few more here to show. Jackson Roykirk says, "A boy? They didn't have printing back then."
Wow. Shots fired.
I'm telling you, man, it's getting rough in the peanut gallery this morning. Quite enough, Sayer. Thanks for spending your Saturday with us, sir.
Welcome, sir.
Popping in, he says, "By the way, happy birthday to Led Zeppelin and myself." Well, happy birthday, sir.
Well, happy birthday to both.
Yes. Very cool. Maranya says they chiseled the comic books on stone tablets, or so I was told. And Paulo Costa, good morning, Paulo. Great to have you with us, sir.
Absolutely. Welcome, Paolo.
He says, "Hey, just because all of the and friends are here, it doesn't mean we need the puppets. Nobody's defacing skyscrapers." Oh, and Ranger Sly says, "Never saw an episode of Buffalo Bill Jr. It was a TV show produced by Gene Autry's Flying A Productions, starring Dick Jones, who had been the sidekick in the Range Rider series." I
Oh,
don't think
cool.
I've ever seen a show either of it.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
No.
Probably talk to my dad. He'd probably say yes because he's seen like every Western imaginable.
Well, I mean, I watch my share on Inspiration Network or Me TV or Free TV and
Yeah.
whatnot, and I still have yet to see that. That one has not shown up. Michael Taylor says, "Very cool, Mighty Samson books." Thank you very much, Michael. Appreciate that as always. The Jackson Roykirk says, "Happy birthday, QNS." And he says, "Thank you, Jackson." Whoops. Went way up there. And Michael Taylor says, "Fantastic books, Doc." Thank you very much, Michael. Appreciate it. Easy Comic Reader says, "Happy birthday, QNS." Lady Maranya says, "Happy 29th birthday, plus possibly shipping and handling, QNS." Thank you, Easy, he says. Geeky Puppet Show, "We'll find you, Paulo, and we will scurry across your bedroom floor when you are sleeping."
That's a little creepy.
Okay, moving on now. Maranya says, "Uh-oh, Paulo is here. Is it time to go already?" Uh-oh. Paulo says, "Well, thanks to Froggy, now I can't sleep." Quite enough, says, "Laugh out loud, Maranya. I know I haggle on the shipping rates with eBay sellers." Yeah. Mastodon says, "Good afternoon, Paulo." Paulo says, "What's up, Mastodon?" Geeky Puppet Show says, "We'll help you sleep, Paulo." Maranya says, "QNS with me every year. I hit $29.95 with international shipping and handling for my birthday." Michael Taylor. Okay, comic reader is an old Wait a minute. Oh, okay, comic reader is an old publication. Should have known that. Okay, I got you. I was thinking you were referring to Easy Comic Reader, but yes, yeah, it's an old publication, old fanzine from the 80s that I remember anyway. Paula Costa says, "Careful, puppet. I know who pulls your strings. It's Zach." Quite Enough Sayer says, "As long as you get there, it's just money." Geeky Puppet Show said, "There are no strings on us." Wasn't Ultron that was singing that?
Yeah.
Guido 7335 is with us today.
Hey, Chris. Good morning, buddy.
Good
Just
morning,
down
Chris.
the road from me. Just down the road from me.
Great to have you with us again, sir. Thank you very
Yeah,
much for spending your Saturday with us.
Yeah, he wasn't with us last week, was he?
I can't remember.
Yeah.
I can't remember what I had for breakfast, let alone last week.
Okay, moving on.
Paul says, "Ha! I knew you puppets were possessed by demons." And the professor says, "When I was a boy, Jackson was already annoying." Oh, it's getting sharp barbs out here. Mastodon says, "That's why I call him Mr. Breen. I respect my elders." I agree. The Jackson Roy Kirk, "That's what time machines are for." Michael Taylor says, "They did one of those new facsimile comics on the Modern Sandman, #1. I did not know that. And I did not know that either. And Paulo Costa says, "Jackson, stop traveling to 3500 BC and changing the timeline." And Lead Paint is with us this morning. Great to have you with us, Lead Paint. Thank you, as always, for spending your Saturday with us.
Good morning, LP. Glad to have you.
All right, I think that catches us up with the Peanut Gallery. So what do you say, Shannon? You ready to show some of them books you got hiding behind you there?
I'm not hiding them. I swear, I'm not hiding them. They're how can I hide them? They're all over the place.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you, man?
Oh, I don't know.
I just pulled out a couple good stacks. I pulled out a couple good stacks. I don't think most people haven't seen, or I haven't shown on here anyway. I know at some point I've probably shown some of these on my channel, but just a little bit of everything.
Here we
go. All right. Let's start off with some Westerns. Some Ringo Kid #26.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is one of Dr. Von Chilla's Blazers. This is some of the books I purchased from him quite a while back. And who is that on the cover? Mr. GK himself.
Oh.
And Morgill came with Ringo Kid #18.
Oh.
Yeah, more
very nice.
From Dr. Von Chilla collection.
Yes.
And Ringo Kid #16. Dick Ayers and Vince Coletta. And a picture frame cover.
Nice.
And there's another copy. I didn't think I had any duplicates of anything. Ringo Kid #13. Hostage at Fort Cheyenne.
Oh, nice. Awesome.
Yeah, we have to get down on one knee if we're going to get another picture frame cover. This looks like a Severin cover to me. #12. One of those square bound giants I had for a month or two.
Yes. Awesome.
And #10. Love these 15-cent covers with the little corner boxes up here.
Yeah. Oh.
To me, that's like the equivalent of the DC 20-cent covers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that.
#7.
Nice.
Not sure who did that. Herb Trimpe did this. Yeah. I know he did some of these covers.
And these are all reprints from like the
50s, I think.
Early 60s, late 50s.
Yeah. And here is #6.
Yeah.
#5.
Oh, Yeah.
Yeah. This is the good stuff, right?
Yes, sir. It's
And
all good, man.
more Herb Trimpe of number 4.
Cool.
Number 3.
Nice, nice.
Number 2.
Excellent.
Yeah, and I don't think a lot of people love the reprints. I want them. A lot of people don't like them. But the thing it is with me is like, you get to read something that you wouldn't normally get to read, and you get it like with a new cover,
Yeah.
And you can always look back online or get the original book and see what the original cover was. But I always thought that the reprints were pretty cool,
Yeah.
especially from the 70s and late 60s.
And I mean, and that's the way we saw them growing up. That's the
Yeah.
way they were on the rack like that.
And we didn't for a while, we didn't know the difference between a reprint and a new
Exactly.
story. So it was a good history lesson.
Absolutely.
And we have number 1.
Yeah. Drum roll, please.
Drum roll, please. Black Dog. All right, let's go to some. How about some Kazar?
Ooh.
Kazar number 8.
Yes.
And this is from the collection of somebody. I don't know who that is, but
Yeah.
Kazar and co-starring Spider-Man number 3, another square-bound beauty.
Dr. Von Chilla wasn't too much of an influence on us, was he?
Not at all.
With those stamps.
Yeah. And number 2.
Yes, very cool.
And it looks like some kind of date stamp or price stamp or something on there.
Yeah.
Just gives it character. Co-starring Daredevil and the Power Mad Plunderer. Them cool square-bound books, man. You can't beat them. And we have number 1. Kazar featuring Daredevil and X-Men.
Is that the one right there? I think that's the one with the
This is the one. Don't look, kids. Yeah. Close your eyes.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
We've heard about this one. Yeah, the stories are true.
Oh. In case nobody knows, there's a certain word on the back there they're saying, so that you don't want children to see or hear.
Enough said.
Yes.
Okay, how about some She-Hulk?
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I loved Mike Vosberg's art on this, and he did. Somebody was mentioning Secret Society of Supervillains earlier, and he had a good 3 or 4 issue run on that too. So very cool. I think this is Vosberg Austin.
Oh, cool.
25 issues.
Nice.
Yeah.
I remember buying like the sporadic the first 10 issues of that. I never got past that. I still have my one, but
yeah, I've got I still need several issues, but I've got the first one and some of the others. Here we go, number 18. I always thought she was a cool character. Haven't even bagged some of these. Number 17, Against the Man Elephant. Illegitimate brother of Mangog and Man Thing.
And Man Bull.
Man, right?
That's it.
15, Lady Kills the Blues.
Nice. Very cool.
Number 14 with Hellcat and Manwolf. All kinds of goodies in this one.
Yeah. I remember that one.
Number 13, more Manwolf.
Awesome.
And number 12, I think I got a good bargain on this one. And number 11, I always thought this was a cool cover.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Nice.
And number 10.
That one's familiar.
Yeah. And this is a good one. Here's number 9.
Now, do you have a preference as to which style of She-Hulk you like? Whether it was this one here, the original version, the kind of savage version, or the one where they was more funny, breaking down the fourth wall.
Oh, the John Byrne.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed them both. I mean,
Okay.
I really don't have a preference. I mean, to me, it's like having, you know, 2 pieces of steak. You know,
There
so
you
well,
go.
this one's a little crispier, or this one's a little bit more, you know. And here, this actually looks like a childhood copy, and it's my favorite cover of the whole series. This is this is number 8. Now, what's funny is I wanted to upgrade this one, but I got an upgrade. But it really, you know, there were still some issues at the corner down here, so I'm still looking for a nicer grade copy of this book because I
Oh my
love Man
God.
Thing. You know, I love Mike Vosberg's art, but I just love this cover. Yeah.
that other one might be the most loved comic I think I've ever seen.
It's in my top 10 of most loved. Here's number 7.
Oh, nice.
Here's number 6. Here's one from Aranya.
Yeah.
This cool
that
cover.
one.
Yeah. This is by Bob Layton. So very cool.
Yeah.
And number 5. Like I say, I need a few issues, but getting there.
Very cool.
Number 4.
Mm.
My Father, My Foe.
Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun. 3.
Ouch.
Number 2. Why is it always the heroes always crashing into the bus? What is that? Have you noticed that?
They hate these buses.
Right. And
there we go.
Number 1. And our friend Rob Brown, he's trying to complete this series, and he just sent me a message showing he got his the first issue of She-Hulk. So congrats to Rob on that one. Yeah.
Congratulations, Rob.
And how many people remember this?
Oh my gosh. What was it? Patrick Duffy?
Yeah, Man from Atlantis.
Yes. Wow.
And we just got a random Ghost Rider in here, number 5.
Yes. I like those early Ghost Rider stories.
Yeah,
they were very good. I really liked them.
And here's Rom Space Knight number 1.
Oh yes.
I think Higgy just showed a video where he showed his ROMs.
Yep. And did you ever see one of those ROM toys? I never saw one.
Never did. I mean, it'd be cool to have. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, here we got some more Squarebound books. Mighty
Oh.
Thor starring Special Marvel Edition.
Yeah.
Number 3.
Got my favorite Marvel villain right there, Crusher Creel.
Yeah, right there.
It's it, Absorbing Man.
And here's number 2, more Absorbing Man.
Yeah.
I know you have to have these, right?
Oh yes. Oh yes.
And here's got a couple copies of number 1.
Nice. Very cool.
I don't think I was really worried about upgrading that, but I think I just didn't know I had it already, so I got to find another one.
Nothing wrong with that.
Last book, just another little random thing is who remembers the Human Fly?
Oh yeah. when he was a real person.
When he was a real person, yeah.
Didn't he?
All right, that's all I got for now. Just a little stack of randomness.
That's awesome. Great stuff, though, Shannon. Great stuff. Love it. A lot of that stuff, like the last one you just showed there, that Human Fly. It's something you don't see too often. Yeah, it's not a highly demanded, series or anything like that, but it's still cool because we remember seeing it on the rack.
Oh yeah, and those series, I mean, you can get them for pennies on the dollar a lot of times because they're not like a major character, but you can collect the whole set, and like read the whole history of that character or whatever. So I think it's pretty cool.
Absolutely. I got another question for you because you showed the stamp, your stamp and Dr. Von Chilla's stamp, and I don't have one out here with it, but I do the stamp thing too. Now, what do you stamp on yours? Do you stamp every book in your collection, or
But I have hardly made a dent at all. Most of the ones I've stamped are just like the ones I've sent out as AOKs. I
yep,
actually want to start doing that, but it's going to be one of those deals when I start rebagging and boarding everything. I'm just going to go ahead and stamp them, just so whenever, and they're going to be sold years down the road, but just so they know what collection it came, who it came from. So
yep,
I always thought that's kind of cool because I've saw that on a few others, and I guess I had actually bought, and I've told John this story. I had actually bought some of Dr. Von Chilla's books. Didn't even know him then, but I ordered them from eBay or somewhere, and it's like, oh, John Rasmussen, that's cool. And then later on, I found who that was. Hey, that was John. So that was really cool.
Oh yeah, I mean it was very influential on me when I saw him doing that. I'm like, oh, that is just a neat thing to do,
Yeah,
and so, but when I stamp them, there are two things I stamp. One is AOKs, books I'm sending out to other people. The other thing I stamp are books that I know I bought off the rack, so they've
yeah,
been with me all
yeah.
my life.
That's a good way to do that.
So if I buy it off of eBay, it doesn't get the stamp unless I'm sending it to somebody or
Right.
whatnot.
That's a
But
good way to
yeah,
do it. Yeah.
it's yeah,
Yeah.
it's just such a oh, where did everybody go? There we go. Yes, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think it is.
There
Um,
we go.
yeah,
Yeah, I like the flag thing. That's pretty
yeah. I
cool.
think it's there we go. I think it's there we go. Right side up.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I really enjoyed that. That was another aspect to collecting and whatnot that you know that my eyes were open to, courtesy of Dr. Von Chilla and
Oh yeah.
a few other guys that had done it. But Dr. Von Chilla was the
Yeah.
first one I remember seeing
Yeah.
do that.
ETA Nick, I think he was one of the first to do that. So that
Yeah.
was pretty cool. And before I get off here on this round, I showed a video of some stuff I got in the local comic shop. And I just want to give a shout out to Todd, the guy that owns the store. It's called Collectibles, etc. in Richmond, Kentucky. So, guys, he showed me this. He said, "Man, take a flyer." And I showed this on another video because I had planned to go to Tennessee to the show, and it was probably about 2 or 3 hours away. But he's like, "Oh, take one of these," and it's that's cool 2 day show. And he's like, "Yeah," and I think the other show I was going to go to would probably been like $10 to get in, but it probably would have spent $50 in gas going down there and back. So this is about 10 minutes away.
Oh
It's in
man.
EKU at the Eastern Kentucky University Alumni Coliseum. And I asked him, "Well, that's pretty cool." I said, "How many vendors you got?" And he said, "Well, so far we got 100 booths. So it's going to be nothing but comics and toys. And I think there's going to be a few comic creators. I think Tony Moore, who drew Walking Dead, is going to be there, and you got some more guys coming. But it's going to be all comic centric. So anybody can make the trip. Be well worth it."
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Cool beans. All righty. You ready
Yeah,
to tackle the chat?
I'll tackle it. I
Tackle
don't
the
know
peanut gallery?
I'll tackle
Here
it.
we go.
All right, Eric Breen says, "Don't make me turn on you like Memphis wrestler Paolo." Man, they're still going at each other. Geeky Puppet Show, the end. Guido saying, "No, I wasn't, Shan. Really crappy night at work. Went to bed up for 37. Oh, gosh. I remember
Wow.
those days. That really sucks, man. That
Holy
sucks."
mackerel.
And he's, "Well, back to bed. Geeky Puppet Show." Skirties towards Paolo. And Jackson, and that's the night I saved the life of Ringo.
Yes, Lauren Green, baby. Lauren
Yeah,
Green.
yeah,
I got that album. Oh, I
yeah.
love that.
Maronia's like sweet dreams, Froggy. Guido, good night, Geeky Puppet Show. Michael says, "Shannon, is Dr. Von Chilla's stamp on the back of the board?" Yeah, there was actually one of those. I think. Yeah, I did show it.
Very cool.
So there we are. Yeah. An ECR, Shannon starting off guns blazing.
Yeah.
Paolo says Ringo, the only Marvel cowboy who had sideburns before it was fashionable in the movies. And Cheap Comic Collector says my brothers had a lot of Marvel kid westerns: Ringo, Two Gun, Rawhide. They wouldn't let me touch them, and that's why I started collecting. There were a lot of kids. There were a lot of kids. Yeah,
he was forced into it. Forced into it.
right. Paulo Costa, Kazar, Eric, that's your cue. Michael Taylor, very cool Ringo books. Thank you, sir. Rob Brown, as I mentioned, love that first She-Hulk run. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And Michael says, especially if you can get the square bounds nicely square. Yeah. And Jared Osborne, those Ringo Kid covers with Trippy inking Trip are some of my favorite Marvel covers of that area. I agree, man. I mean, you don't hear a whole lot about Herb Trimpe. You know, so well, that's the guy that drew Hulk for a while. Well,
Yep.
he did a lot of stuff. He did the westerns and he did the Hulk and he did that one issue. I guess it's Marvel Superheroes where he did the Phantom Eagle.
Oh yes. Okay.
You remember that book? Yeah. Well, he was a big plane enthusiast. He actually had his own plane and had his license. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Cool beans.
And Jared says She-Hulk Volume 1, on the other hand, I can do without.
Uh-oh.
Taste can vary, you know. Those Michael Golden She-Hulk covers are good, though. Yeah, that was the Man-Thing cover, one of them that Michael Golden did. Eric Breen's Kazar. Wrong says, Eric, did Ingleton have a better grade copy of that She-Hulk and Man-Thing for his auction tonight? And Michael says, very cool She-Hulk Man-Thing cover and childhood copy that makes it extra special. Yep.
Absolutely.
It does.
That's always cool to see something that's been with
Lady
you all
says, oh, yeah. And Lady M says, Shulky and Shellhead, what a winning combo. Thought you might like that one. Jared Osborne, Micronauts #1 facsimile edition is on final order cutoff this weekend. Cool.
Oh, wow. I got to look for that one.
And Michael says, very cool She-Hulk destroying the bus.
Mm.
QNS, Man from Atlantis, love the TV show. Got to look for a DVD now. Yeah, I love that show. That was really cool. It's like we can't have Aquaman, but we can have this guy, you know.
Exactly.
Man from Atlantis, one of my favorite short run series. I was a nut for the TV show.
Mm. Absolutely.
Michael said, yeah, Patrick Duffy played Man from Atlantis. Absolutely.
Patrick Duffy.
Iggy Pop's in the house.
Hey, great to be with you here.
Yeah, have you, sir. What's up, Peanut Gallery? Hello, Rod and Shannon. Hello, you, sir. Hope you're having a great weekend. Rob Brown, The Human Fly one of my all favorite covers. Cool stuff. Hippie saying hi to Higgy. They need to have, they need to do the Higgy and Hippie show. Michael Taylor, very nice book, Shannon. Thank you, sir. And Jackson Roykirk, stop it. You're giving me Stampy.
Stampy.
Michael Taylor, hey, Higgy Pop Comics. Guido, Higgy. ECRs, and hey, Higgy Pop. Michael says, okay, you answered my question. Dr. Von Chill's stamp is on the back of the board. Yep. Michael Taylor, sounds like a great time, Shannon. Yeah, me and my son are going, and we might have a couple other guys coming up for that show. I'd be surprised if Jambo and Bub's Comics weren't there because they're local. Michael Taylor's, yeah, Trimpe was fantastic. Absolutely was. Dr. Von Chill says, that's an old board as I have a newer stamp. I haven't used that old stamp in nearly 30 years. Well, how old are you, dude? I think I'm just kidding. I think I got some's got his newer stamp. But hey, Eric K's in the house. Hey, guys.
Hey, Eric, great to have you with us this Saturday morning. Thanks for coming into the Saturday with us.
Yeah.
All right, that catches us up with the Peanut Gallery.
Oh.
So, all right. Well, we're going to jump into a few more comics here. Looking at the time. Hey, we're making good time this morning. All right. All right, here we go. We're going to finish up some Gold Key. And let's see here. We got, keeping with some of the Western theme, we got a Bonanza. This is Bonanza number 22. The photo cover.
Yeah.
And then one of my favorite TV shows from the late 60s, Land of the Giants.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man.
It's
That's a nice copy, too.
Yeah, number 3.
Number 3.
This is a series I want to collect them all, but they can be kind of pricey.
Yeah.
And then another favorite beloved character, the Phantom.
Oh, yeah.
Number 13.
More of the good stuff.
Oh, love that. And here's a short-lived, very short-lived series. It's only 2 issues. The Fantastic Voyages of Sinbad. Here's number 1, 1965.
Oh, that's a great cover.
Now, this is a weird one because this was done in 1965. That's when it was on the rack, 1965, right? Well, issue number 2 is right here. This came out 1967.
Somebody forgot to turn the artwork in.
It's like, whoops, talk about procrastination. Holy mackerel.
Oh, there's Man Bull.
There you go. Oh, all right. Now we're going to jump into some Marvel Tales of Suspense. Throw some of these here. Here's number 36.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Prior to old Shellhead. And this is about as close as I'll ever get to Shellhead's origin. This is the facsimile.
Yeah, I need to get me one of those.
So, and then we set in with number 41.
Oh, yeah.
Gosh, I like that old clunky gold armor.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was cool that they kind of featured like the old original costume in the movie. Or the old original armor. Yeah.
And it's 42.
Yeah. Yeah, I know Miranya's hating this.
And number 43.
43.
Hollow, Queen of the Netherworld. Dun, dun, dun. And number 44.
Oh, that's a nice one. Oh, that purple cover.
Mad Pharaoh. And number 45 with Jack Frost. You know who Jack Frost was, right? Jack Frost was the illegitimate, was the father of Iceman. The Iceman was his illegitimate kid.
And the distant cousin to the icicle.
Yeah, there you go. And number 46 with Crimson Dynamo.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I was extremely lucky in getting these back in the mid to early 80s. One of the comic stores that I was going to, he got a bunch of these in, and he told me about them and said when he got done pricing them or whatever, he'd put them up on the wall. And so I was a regular. Every week I would go there, and he put them up on the wall. I took them down just as fast as he was putting them up. Yeah, give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Because they were only like, you know, some of them were $3. Some were maybe $5, you know,
Yeah.
And it was just like, yeah, no, they're coming with me. You're coming with me. Here's number 47 with the Melter.
Yeah, I've heard those same kind of stories from Alan from After Comics. Just got them for, you know, really cheap.
Yeah.
I
Before.
missed out on this stuff because I was trying to complete a lot of DC runs.
And here we go with number 48, and we see the new Iron Man. Oh. And speaking of, we mentioned X-Men. I mean, Iceman from the X-Men. Here's a guest appearance by Angel.
Oh, that's a cool cover.
Yeah, I like
that.
this.
That's nice.
I like them all. Who am I kidding? And here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, it's just like I just like this one comic book from my collection. Just this one.
I know. Everything, I say that a lot. I say that, oh, I like that one. I like that one. And after I say it, I always say, well, you sound like such a fool because truly, you love them all. I do. I love them all.
Or they wouldn't be in your collection, right?
Exactly. And even if I see it, stuff that you show that I might not have, I still love it. It's just awesome stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go with Tales of Suspense number 50 with the Mandarin.
The Mandarin.
And this one here has, I don't know if you can show it up. It's got a date stamp on it. I like that.
Oh, yeah.
Love those. So, and number 51 with a different scarecrow.
How many different scarecrows were there?
I know. I'm beginning to think there's quite a few here. And then we got number 52 with the Crimson Dynamo and, yes, the Black Widow.
It's funny. Anytime I see the Crimson Dynamo, it reminds me of Paul McCartney and Wings song, Magneto and Titanium Man. Have you ever got to listen to that song yet?
No, I have not. Doggone it. You know what?
But Crimson Dynamo gets a mention in that song.
McCartney. I'm writing it down right now because I forgot all about that. Titanium Man.
Magneto and Titanium Man.
Magneto and Titanium. Okay. Now it is on my list. Right there. So then we got number 53 again with the Black Widow.
Oh. Yeah, I like her costume.
Yeah, that's what the fashionable supervillain will wear.
Yeah. Gotta be classy.
Oh, all right. Now we're gonna jump over. Well, no, we're still at the Tales to Suspense, but we're jumping ahead a little bit towards the end of the run. With number 98.
Oh yeah.
Captain Panther. And then number 99.
Yeah.
With the Magia. And Braining Myself.
Brain.
And then I believe that's when it stopped, right? 99. It stopped at 99. And then they came out with this.
Yeah. Yeah, I have that one. I love that book.
So, and Braining Myself again. See, I had to get two of them. You know why? One for Iron Man, one for Submariner. So I keep one in each of the long boxes.
Yeah, why settle for one when you can have two at 2 or 3 times the cost, right?
That's how bad you get with this addiction, I'm not gonna have one so I can keep one with Iron Man and one with Submariner, And then continuing on, we'll name this the Maranya episode because we're continuing on with Iron Man.
Oh yeah.
And this one here has a date stamp on it.
Well, it just makes it doubly collectible.
No, not a date stamp. I'm sorry, it's not a date stamp. It's somebody wrote X sold or something like that.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what that means.
Still cool.
Man, we'll take it. And number 2.
Yeah.
With the
Demolisher.
And number 3 with the Freak. Freaky.
Super freak, yeah.
And The Irish Rovers' favorite Iron Man villain, the unicorn.
Wow, the only thing missing there is Paste Pot Pete.
That's why you never see a unicorn to this very day. And number 5, rounding out the Iron Man trip.
Oh, there we go. That's cool.
So there we go. All right. Let's bring us both back in here. Okay.
That's great stuff, man. That's a great stack.
Well, thank you, sir. Appreciate that.
Your name is well deserved.
Oh, let's see here. Where did we leave off in the peanut gallery? Let's see. And that was it. That was it. That was it. Is an old board. Eric K. I think we left off with Eric K. And he said, "Hey guys," and then Guido followed up by saying, "Hey Eric," and Dr. Von Chilla says, "Howdy Eric," and Rob Brown says, "Love Land of the Giants." Yeah, man, I love that show.
Yeah.
All those great shows from the late 60s, Irwin Allen shows.
Oh, man.
It just fueled my science fiction imagination, man.
Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea. That was one of my favorites.
Yeah. I mean, all that Lost in Space, all those shows. It was just, I mean, I've said this before, and I built, what in my mind were, the Jupiter 2 or Spindrift, the Spindrift one, or the Time Tunnel. I built those things in my backyard.
Yeah.
Chicken wire and old boards and, parts from old cars that were out there in the woods and stuff. Oh, it was so much fun being a kid, man.
Oh, yeah.
Michael Taylor says, "Cool Michael Landon cover for the Bonanza." Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Lady M says they had to put Little Joe on the cover of Bonanza because he was so popular back in the day and it'd sell books. Yes, yes. And he was trying to forget about being that, I Was a Teenage Werewolf. Wasn't he the one who played that? I think he was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hippies Collectible says Land of the Giant and Time Tunnel. Loved those shows. I'm right there with you, Tom. Rob Brown says, "I've been trying to complete my run of Sid and Marty Krofft Charlton comic run. Hard book to find."
Oh,
wow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We had a good conversation the other night. We were talking about hard to find books.
Oh, man. And that just makes them more desirable. For me, anyway. It's just like, if you hear about, oh, that's a tough one to get, it's like, well, doggone, I want to get one now.
Yeah, I used to hear those terms years ago before I knew what they meant. It's like, oh, that one's tough to find in grade. What the devil does that mean? And then you become aware of the terminology,
Oh, yes. Mike Taylor says, "Very cool Sinbad covers." Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Cheap Comic Collector says, "Those gold key painted covers were awesome. I wonder what happened to all that original art." A question that has been asked many, many times.
On this show, especially.
Absolutely. Maranya says, "I have 39 through 50 in my masterworks." Awesome. Oh, very cool. Very cool. Mastodon says, "Oh, yeah, those old Tales of Suspense are the bomb. Diggity. Is that Diggity? Yeah, I said it right. Sometimes I question my eyes." Fantastic shape, too. Yes, they were in very nice shape, I got to admit. So I was very, very lucky. Just one of those few times in my life I was lucky with comics. Michael Taylor says, "Yeah, I like Iron Man's original armor." I do too. And Hippies Collectible says, "Tales of Suspense, what an awesome run." Yeah, it's a great, great series. Dr. Von Chilla says, "Great run of TOS, Rodney." Thank you, sir. Eric K said, "Hey, John." And Eric K said, "And hello to Guido as well." Maranya says, "Jack Frost was Captain Cold's brother. What a company crossover fact." There you go.
Yeah. They met in Rutland, Vermont.
All those Cold characters are related, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Michael Taylor says, cool, early Iron Man books. Thank you, Michael. Appreciate that. Jared says, the new Steve Ditko designed Iron Man. Yeah, brother. He says, I love them all except for those She-Hulks.
A sense of theme here.
Uh-oh, yeah. Rob Brown says, gosh, so many tales of suspense. Just amazing. Yes, it's just a great series. That I like all those ones, Tales to Suspense, all those series like that where the superheroes started,
Right.
Mike Taylor says, date stamps are great. Yes, sir. I would agree. Wings was a great band, he says.
Absolutely.
Dr. Vanchilla says, Betty Davis strikes again. Get Betty Davis eyes. Paul asks, good morning to you, sir. Thank you for hanging out with us this morning.
Good morning. Glad to have you, Paul.
He says, good morning, young comic book men. Oh, God bless you, sir. See, it pays to fog up our cameras. Makes us look younger, right? Gets rid of those lines. Rob Brown says, ow, I bit my tongue when I saw that Cat versus Panther cover. Just gorgeous. Yes, it is a nice cover indeed, sir.
You just added another one to his list.
There we go. Our job here is done. Eric K says, multiple copy sickness disease has no cure.
Yeah, Eric and I have talked a lot about that. He is absolutely right.
Oh, my gosh. Rob Brown says, I had to sell my Iron Man #1. Oh, Joe.
That hurts me.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I feel pain for people that have had to sell books like that. I've had to do it myself.
Yep. Been there, done that. I think we all have horror stories where we've had to get rid of something that we really, really wished we didn't. Oh, my gosh. Quite Enough Sayer says, Rob, your Iron Man's rules. Well, thank you, sir. Mike Taylor says, when you see date stamps, it makes you wonder if it was sold at your local newsstand. That's why they're great. Very cool. I can tell you, I have one book that I know of. It's a Thor. I think it's like in the 140s, I think it was. And the Rexall drugstore used to use grease pencil. They didn't have a date stamp. They used grease pencil. So, and I have one with the grease pencil on it. So that one I do know came from that store. So that one has a very special place in my collection. So let's see. All right. Hippies Collectible says PX sold, maybe from a military base. Yeah. Oh, PX sold. That's what that
that's
says.
what it was. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Thank you, Tom. I appreciate that. Oh, that is cool. Awesome. I would have never guessed that. Thank you. Maranya says, man, Rod, you ever want to donate your Iron Man books? I will gladly give them a good home. I will keep you in mind, Lady Maranya. Absolutely. Michael Taylor says, fantastic books, Doc. Thank you very much, Michael. Appreciate that as always. And Guido says, nice books, Rod. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate that, sir. Easy Comic Reader says, Shannon, belting out the tunes this morning. You doing it?
Hey, I got my bass guitars right here, man.
Quite Enough Say, I said, Rod, geez, I see Rob here and type Rob. Sorry. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. I usually would get called either Rob or Ron. As long as you don't call me late for supper, as the old saying goes.
Hey, I got a little bit worse. Half of my mail comes in Miss Shannon.
Oh, no. No. Oh, my gosh. Eric Breen says, glad you feel that way about childhood, Rod, because you're on the precipice of your second one. Oh, well, if you talk to my wife at all, Eric, she'll tell you, I never grew up. She married a kid. I never grew up. Michael Taylor says, yes, Landon played I Was a Teenage Werewolf, possibly his first work. Yeah, I knew it was early on. And Mike Taylor also says, Eric, wipe your mouth. Laugh all loud. All right, that catches us up with the peanut gallery for this round. So what do you say, Shannon? You got some more goodies over there?
Yeah, I just got I pull out a stack of oddball DC stuff too. So just go through some of that.
All right, there we go.
All right, here we go. All right. See what we've got here. Yeah, this talking about that multiple copy sickness.
Yeah.
Somebody must have been wanting to sell this at one time, but this was a cool little mini series. Came out like early '80s, I guess, late '70s maybe. World of Krypton. You remember this one?
Yes.
Cool little series. I always enjoyed it. More of that multiple copy sickness. More of that multiple copy sickness. Even more of that multiple copy sickness. I don't know. But I think I was getting better because with number 2, and this is about the time that DC, Ross Andrew and Dick Giordano was doing like all the covers, So it was, there were always great covers, number 2.
I see that headdress across there, man. It takes me right back. I was riding my bike like 3 miles to a store in the next town, 2 towns over.
Oh, wow. That's dedication.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So it just like takes me right back.
Yeah. And there's another MPS or MCS, multiple copy sickness. But I only have one copy of let's see, what was that? Did I miss number 3? Oh, well, I know I got the whole run anyway. But anyway, those were there's another copy of number 1. I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, number 3 was in there somewhere. And speaking of the Phantom Zone, here's another one I really liked later on. And Gene Colan did the art on this. You remember this one?
Oh, yes.
This was a great story. Anybody that has not read this, and you can find this probably in the bargain bins, 4 issues. Gene Colan on the art.
Very cool.
I can't remember who did I'm going to look see who did the scripts on this. Steve Gerber. So another reason to buy this book. Steve Gerber actually did the scripts on these, and he has some great Gene Colan artwork.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And
very cool.
This can be found pretty cheaply. So Steve Gerber and Gene Colan, great combo. And here's number 2.
Oh, yep.
And what's cool about this one is all the guest stars. Basically have the Justice League in here drawn by Gene Colan, which was a big this is a good splash page. Got Zod and Feora and all those great Phantom Zone criminals. Let me find. Yeah, you got the JLA satellite, Flash, and Elongated Man there.
Oh,
you just kind of had to wonder how many times did Gene Colan draw Supergirl or the Elongated Man. I know he did a big run on Wonder Woman, which I really enjoy, but yeah. The thing of it is, I read in interviews he said he hated drawing this series because he wasn't a fan of drawing superheroes.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah. Yeah, we got some more great stuff there.
So, did he say what he did prefer? Did he prefer like doing like the Dracula? Or?
Yeah, he preferred doing like the horror stories, the real moody looking stuff. Of course, yeah, it sounded kind of funny to me too because he drew all those issues of Iron Man and all those other heroes.
Right.
That was number 2. Here's number 3.
Neat.
Yeah. Oh. MCS alert. And here's number 4. Like I say, this was a really good story. I mean, anybody, if you just want to read a nice little quick self-contained tale, This is really good. You can't beat Gene Colan and Steve Gerber. So anyway, what else here? Does anybody remember this?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think John Byrne wrote these.
Oh, that's a great cover, too.
Yeah. And what was kind of funny is actually come out like in smaller versions. This is only full-size comic copy I have is number 3. So here we have number 1.
Yep. I remember.
Another copy. And number 2. And this kind of got an ad for Batman sweetened cereal at the bottom. So this is a nice little run to have. And here's the smaller version of that first one I showed, number 3. So I thought, that's a good little story. And here's my childhood and only copy of this. Superheroes Battle Super Gorillas.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
That was a one shot, right? Just a standalone. Yeah.
It was just reprints, from heroes fighting the gorillas.
Yep.
And you can tell this is a childhood copy.
Yeah.
This is going on my to upgrade list. And here's another short run series that I've only got 2 issues of. And here we have some covers by Frank Miller from 1985, Superman: The Secret Years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Bob Rozakis wrote it, and Kurt Swan and Kurt Schaffenberger did the art on the inside. But I thought it was cool that they had Frank Miller doing the covers.
Yeah, that is neat.
That's number 1. I need 2 and 4, so here's number 3.
Oh, is that another bus?
That's another bus or a train. It's a train. There we go. It's got to be a bus or a train, right? And here's one of my favorite miniseries. The Green Lantern Corps with those gorgeous Brian Bolland covers. Look at that. And Joe Staton on the inside. Yeah. Just look at that.
Yep. Great.
Good stuff. Number 2.
You can never have enough Hal, Jordan.
Right. And I wouldn't mind having a print of this. Number 3.
Yeah, isn't that great?
Yeah.
That would be an awesome poster. That would be cool.
Yeah, I just call these little hole in the wall series because, you hardly ever see them anywhere, and once in a while they'll pop up. Here we got some annuals. Here's a Sergeant Rock annual number 4. Joe Kubert.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's on the list.
Yeah, these can be had cheap. And here's number 2, more Kubert goodness.
Yep.
1982. And here's a Zatanna special from 1987. You don't see this one that often.
I was going to say, I don't think I've ever seen that.
Yeah. It's kind of hard to find for some reason. Okay, here we have some reprints. The Immortal Dr. Fate, that Walt Simonson cover. This reprints issue number 9 of first issue special.
Oh, very cool.
One of my all-time favorite comic stories, man. Martin Pascoe and Walt Simonson. Yeah, this story would have to be in my top 10 or 15 anyway.
Oh, wow.
I read that thing to death. Okay, here we have another miniseries. This is probably one of my all-time favorites. Owing to the fact that I've got several copies of it. And I know you probably got this. America versus the Justice Society.
Oh, yeah. If you're a Justice Society fan, you got to have that.
The cool thing about this is it goes back and it like references every adventure they had in the original run of All-Star Comics. So you got Jerry Ordway covers, you got Alfredo Alcala on some of the inside art. You got the old original JSA.
That is an awesome series.
Yeah.
I don't blame you for having 2.
There's a reprint of the cover number 4 on the back.
Very nice.
Let's see. Here is. Okay, here's number 2. More Jerry Ordway.
Very cool. Yeah, I love that series. Love that series.
And number. Yeah, this is some reason I knew I had this series, but anytime I saw it, I would buy it. Just because I love the story, I love the art, I love the covers, I love the whole bibliography thing they had going on in it. So here's number 3.
And like you said, the fact that they reference continuity.
Yeah, let me pull this. There's another great cover.
Yeah.
Number 5.
Oh.
I'll just show for people who are not familiar with this. It would like go through and like anytime it referenced an old issue. Of course, this is one of Roy Thomas's babies. To me, he was the All-Star Comics and All-Star Squadron guy, and Infinity Incorporated, Young All-Stars, the whole deal. Yeah, a lot of the art is Howard Bender and Alfredo Alcala. You got some great shots in here. The heroes kind of showing their age.
Excellent, man.
And like I say, you got more of the references because, like I said, they go through and they reference like just about every adventure from like All-Star Comics. I guess number 3 on up to 57.
Incredible.
Yeah, and the last issue is like my favorite cover, and this kind of is like an homage to an earlier All-Star Comics cover. Degaton is behind the whole deal. So,
I love it.
So great series. Great series. Okay, I'll show. Let's see. I'll show one more series. And this is just a little oddball thing. Do you remember DC Challenge?
Oh yes, I do not have the complete challenge, but I do remember it.
Yeah, they can be had for pennies, man.
Yeah,
it's like they, the format. They would like a writer and artist team would start out with a story, then they would hand it off to the next writer and artist team, and they would have to continue the story. And they'd go on, and whoever was left at the end had to sew it all up. So I mean, like great art. You got more Gene Colan in this, Mark Evanier on the scripts. I guess this is I don't know if that's a Dave Gibbons cover, maybe. No, that's Jerry Ordway on this one. Number 1. And more MCS. Here's number 2. Got Len Wein, Chuck Patton, and Mike DiCarlo on this one.
They have Buona Beast.
Yeah, you got Buona Beast and Jonah Hex.
Jonah Hex.
Superman and Batman all in the same stories. It's just a lot of goofy fun, actually. Here's number 3. Doug Minch, Carmine Infantino, and Bob Smith. Look at those characters.
Yeah, man.
Girl.
Is that Viking Prince?
Viking Prince, yeah. Adam Stern.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Yeah. And here's another MCS. Here's a cover by the great one, number 4. Paul Levitz, Gil Kane, and Klaus Janson on this one. Jimmy Olsen, Zatanna.
Now, who did that cover?
That's Gil Kane.
Oh,
Gil Kane.
Oh my goodness. I almost didn't recognize that.
I think this was the first issue I bought. I'd never heard of it, and I found it in a back issue bin. Of course, I had to have all of them after that. But here's number 5 with the Dave Gibbons cover. Mike Barr, Dave Gibbons, and Mark Farmer. You got Captain Marvel.
Sam.
Captain Marvel, not Shazam.
There you go.
Uncle Sam. Is that the Blackhawks back there, maybe?
I think you are correct, sir.
Dr. Fate, Captain Comet, Adam Strange. This one has it all, folks.
Great.
And here we have a cover by Dan Jurgens and Larry Malstedt, by Elliot Magan.
Yeah, that's one of the ones I have. Yeah.
And got Silent Night going on there. Looks like
Dead Man. Yeah.
Alfred, Dead Man, yeah.
I love that.
And here we have number 7. More fun going on. You got Mixelplick and Plastic Man and Woozy Winks.
Woozy.
Yeah, Paul Cooperberg, Joe Staten, and Steve Mitchell on this one. This is a good cover. This is written by Jerry Conway, art by Rick Holberg and Dick Giordano. We got Orion, we got the Blackhawks, we got Enemy Ace, we got the Joker, we got Batman.
What? No space taxi or space cabbie?
He's probably in there somewhere. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I read this. And here's a nice one. This is by Roy Thomas and Don Heck. Here we got Geoforce and I can't remember this guy's name.
Son of Vulcan, right?
Yeah, Son of Vulcan.
Yeah, that was
Wonder
DC's
Woman
version.
and the Guardians. Yeah, I can't remember who did the cover. I don't know. I like the art though. I can't remember who did it.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we got number 10. Here's a nice one. Kurt Swan and Terry Austin on the cover. Written by Dan Mishkin, Kurt Swan and Terry Austin on the interiors.
Very cool.
Vigilante in there. There's one for Higgy Pop. Got the Green Lantern Corps, Dead Man.
Look at all that.
More for Higgy Pop. You got Hawkman here.
Ah.
I'm sure he's got that series. Be very surprised if he didn't. Another number 10 for some reason. I always like this one. Number 11. This is written by Marv Wolfman and Cary Bates. Art by Keith Giffen and Dave Hunt. With a great Dr. Fate cover.
Oh, man. Speaking of Dr. Fate, I got something I'm working on. I'm going to unveil it hopefully either next week or the week after. But It's Dr. Fate related. I think you're going to get a kick out of it.
I'm sure. And here we got the last issue, number 12. Another Jerry Ordway cover.
Oh, yeah.
All those characters, yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
And who got it? We got Evanier and Len Wein, Wolfman, Roy Thomas, Jerry Conway, Dan Mishkin, Dan Spiegel, Luke McDonald, Stan Walk, Steve Lytle, Dennis Cowan, Tom Mandrake, and Ross Andrew on the art.
All-star lineup.
Yeah. Highly recommended, guys. That's all I got.
Awesome stuff, man. Awesome stuff. All right. Let's check back in with the Peanut Gallery again. There you go.
Okay, Jackson Roykirk. I don't want to grow up. I'm a comics are mine kid. Lots of music going on today.
Absolutely.
Michael says, Doc, you won't grow. You're a Toys R Us kid.
Yes, without a doubt.
Rob Brown, Phantom Zone. Never seen that before. Put that on your list, Rob. You will like that. Trust me.
There you go.
Jared Osborne. I only had to ride my bike about 2 miles to get my comics. I used to put the bag in front of my shirt and tuck my shirt in to carry them.
Yes. That's exactly what I did too, Jared. Yes.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's funny.
Michael, I was humming that very song when Rod said that his wife said he hasn't grown up.
Oh, man.
Michael says, Ron, you're right. That's why I typed that in. Greg Breen. Gene Colan didn't like drawing superheroes, but Adam Austin loved to. And Rob's, wow, Phantom Zone. My wallet is whimpering. That's what we do, buddy. Jared Osborne, Phantom Zone, burn, convulse those who were the villains using their powers. Yep. And Rob says, love that Untold Legends of the Batman cover. Yep. And Hotel Orloff, they would stamp a small star on your comic when you bought it at a PX. Date stamps seem more like a civilian thing. Never saw date stamps on comics. I bought at a PX as a kid. Good fact.
Yeah, very cool.
And Guido says, Untold Legend of Batman. Never seen that. Very cool. Cool childhood copy to have, Shannon. Yeah. Higgy Pop comes. Oh, yeah. Baby super gorillas. And Paulo Costa. According to DC, more monkeys, more sales. So super monkeys equal super sales. DC was wrong.
Yeah.
But those books were so much fun, you know.
Oh, yes, they were.
Monkey at Paulo Costa disagrees, says Jared. Michael Taylor, very cool Sergeant Rock books. Oh yeah,
Yes.
anything
Those
with a
are
Joe
on my
Stewart
list
cover.
now.
And Rob Brown says, "I need more Zatanna in my life. Don't we all?" Hotel Orloff. It made me buy it, Paolo. And Maranya, man, I miss Toys R Us. Walking to those big stores was like Christmas every day when I was a kid. Oh yeah,
I used to
oh
love to
yeah.
go to one. Yeah.
And Guido's, they really loved Roy Thomas's work. Oh yeah, everything he did. Michael Taylor, Maranya, they brought Toys R Us back in certain places. It's in the Macy's by me on 34th Street. Very
Yep.
cool.
Yep. We have one in that mall that I go to with the collectibles shop there. Their Macy's store, it's one of the anchor stores, and they do have the Toys R Us segment. It's just a small part of it, but I got some really good deals on action figures there. That's for sure.
Oh, cool. Rob Brown, loved Thomas's work. Was fortunate enough to work with him on Savage Sword of Conan. Very nice guy.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, need to
Awesome.
get that one.
That's it.
Iggy Pop, great Justice Society series. Awesome. Yeah. Jackson Rourke, nice. Rob Brown, which issues?
Yes, we want to know.
Paul S. Great book, Shannon. Thank you, kind sir. Jackson Roykirk says, challenge was a nice idea, but as I recall, the story wasn't too good. It wasn't great literature, but I mean, just seeing all those different artists and all those characters, I mean,
Characters,
it was
yeah.
just it was eye candy, you know. So for that reason alone, you know, I had to have it.
Yeah.
Michael Taylor, Shannon knows a good Katie book when he sees one. And Maranya says, Michael, yes, but it's not the same. The Macy's version is just a small department inside the stores.
Yeah. Yep.
Iggy Pop, I do love the DC Challenge series. Fun. I knew he was going to chime in on the Justice Society and the DC Challenge stuff. Michael Taylor says, cool challenge books. I love the sound of a minty comic, that flapping sound, if that makes sense.
Yes, it does.
It certainly does. Michael says, nice book, Shannon. Thanks, sir. And Mike says, I agree, Maranya, with your take on the new Toys R Us. Yeah, I think we still have one about 30 minutes from here in Lexington. I'm not sure. They used to have, but I think they might have reopened another one. They also had a store called Babies R Us. It was all like baby stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, baby clothes and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, toys, yeah.
All right, I think that catches us up with the peanut gallery. And let's see here. All right, what do you think? You got time for a lightning round? Show 10 books or so?
Yeah, I can do that.
All right. Let's see here. All right, I'm going to jump in real quick and do 10 books, and we'll take it from there. All right, we're going to start off with AC Comics, special number 1 with Sentinels of Justice. It's got the Charlton characters that we all know and love.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
And then this is another one, Americomics, and I can't read the number. Number 3, with the Blue Beetles going at it.
Oh,
Garrett.
yeah, I want to get that one, man. I love that cover.
Hmm.
Now, are they actually fighting each other in the story, or?
Oh, I can't remember. I couldn't remember, to be honest with you. I think it's one of those things at first they don't know, or he thinks that Ted Cord is trying to horn in on him or something like that, or doesn't know who he is, type of thing. If I remember correctly.
Yeah,
and
I'm gonna have
again,
to put that
don't
on the
rely
list.
that on me.
Yeah.
And then of course, we love the Charlton characters, Captain Atom, but that's not Captain Atom.
Oh no, that's another Captain Atom.
It's just one of those weird oddball things that you find and pick up. But speaking of Captain Atom, we got Strange Suspense Stories, number 77.
Oh yeah. Man, that's an awesome cover.
And number 76.
Cool.
And number 75.
Oh yeah, that's classic.
Okay. And then we jump to his regular series, this is number 85.
Oh yeah.
with Nightshade and Punch and Julie. And then to round it out, we're going to do Charlton Premiere, a little short-lived series that they did, 4 issues. Here's number 1.
Oh yeah. Trio.
Spookman.
The Shape.
And then in the number 2, we've got The Children of Doom. Can this be tomorrow?
Yeah, I really like that one.
And then this one here was cool because it's got the guy playing with Charlton action figures.
Wow, I've never seen that one. The number 3.
Yep, number 3 with Sinestro, Boy Fiend.
Instead of boyfriend, boy fiend. Yeah.
You got it. And then the last one, actually, there was one other one, but it was the numbering was screwed up and it was a war one. I can't remember it. But this was the number 4 of this particular series, and it's Unlikely Tales.
Oh, yeah. That's cool.
So there we go. There's my lightning round, sir.
All right. I'll show a little stack here.
Okay. Here we go.
I'm sure there's a few people who like these. Got some older challengers. I would call this like the middle period. Here's number 64.
Oh, yes.
Joe Kubert, man, I love this. Look at that.
Great cover.
Isn't that awesome?
Great cover.
And number 65.
Oh, nice. That's a very underrated series.
Yeah. Number 66.
Yep.
And one of my favorite Neil Adams covers of all time, number 67.
Yes.
I saw this and I was like, oh, wake up, Tino. We got to wake you up. Said if he dies in that nightmare, he's finished. The Dream Killers. Man, that could have been a cover of one of the mystery books in the 70s right there.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. You're right.
Oh, look, there's another copy. And more Neil Adams. Here's number 68. One of us is a madman. Just one of us. And more Neil Adams, number 70.
Yeah, there's another one that could have been on one of the horror books.
Yeah. And number 73. This looks like Nick Cardy to me. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. And number 74, more Neil Adams.
Yes.
Daddy, please save me.
And that dead man backup in there. And
Right.
yeah.
I thought was it Neil Adams did the Dead Man segment?
I think he did.
Yeah.
I want to say yes because it strikes a nerve with me.
Yeah, here's this is probably the first Challenger's book I ever had, my childhood copy. Number 75, and I think this is one of Kirby's reprints. Ultivac is loose.
Yep.
Now it looks like George Tuska on the cover.
Wow.
And of course, since it was a childhood, I had to have a better copy. So, and here we have number 76. More Joe Kubert greatness.
Very nice. Great series. It really is.
And number 77. I think this was the last issue before they stopped it, and then they brought it back in the the early 70s with the reprints for 4 issues.
Yep.
And they did that, and I've got those in the late 70s, but we'll stop it right here. But yeah, just great stuff. Really underrated. You don't see these a whole lot, so especially the middle, what I call the middle period.
Yep. Like you say, it is very underrated, and they don't get enough love for all the other costume heroes. All right, well, let's check in with the Peanut Gallery for the last time today. Let's see what people are saying still. Mike Taylor says, I agree, Maranya, with your take on the new Toys R Us. Yeah, they're very small, very small.
Yeah. Rob Brown. I can't remember the number offhand, 287 or something like that. Cover has the words, The Hell-Handed Warrior on. I sent Shannon the link. It was a $900 book, Shannon. Yeah, you did. And I want to get it because he showed some of the, I think he might have showed some of the pages on Facebook. But man, it looked awesome. So I think I've actually got it in a cart somewhere.
So it's 287 of
Savage Sword of
Savage
Conan. Yeah,
Sword.
yeah,
Okay. All right. That is on the list now.
yeah.
That is on the list. All right. And D. Jackson Roykirk says, gee, do you guys have enough books to show? We're always worried about that, aren't we? We talk about it before every
And we
show.
always have too many, And Guido says, didn't DC do a challenge series for Commandy or Kirby? Yeah, they certainly did. The Commandy challenge. Another fun little series with the same format, different writer artist. The next one have to continue, and a lot of homage to Jack Kirby. So it was actually a really fun series.
Mm.
Yeah.
And Lady M says, yes, they did for Kirby's 100th birthday year, Guido, the Commandy challenge.
Yep. And Michael Taylor says, cool Captain Adam books.
Thank you very much, Michael. Appreciate that. Is that me?
That's you.
Okay. Hippies Collectible says Charlton premiere. Uh-oh. Just put that on my list.
And another one bites the dust.
Oops, we did it again.
Michael Taylor, nice books, Doc.
Thank you, sir. And Guido Chris says, thank you, Maranya. I was hoping I remembered correctly. Laughing out loud about it.
Sleepy Readers in the house. Welcome, Damien.
Hey, Damien. Great to have you with us, man.
Thanks for dropping by, buddy. Greetings, fine art aficionados.
Cool beans. Dr. Von Chilla says, yeah, Shannon Adams does that dead man backup in the challenges.
I know someone would know. Maranya says DC did more to promote Kirby for his 100th birthday than Marvel did, which is sad when you think about it, but predictable.
Yeah. Mike Taylor says, nice challenges of the unknown, especially that hanging cover. Great show. Had a blast as always.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate you being here.
Thank you very much, Michael. We do appreciate it. Absolutely. Thank you.
Hippies Collectibles. How you, Damon?
And Dr. Von Chilla says, howdy, Damon.
Hotel Orloff, great show. Thank you, kind sir. We appreciate that.
Yes, thank you very much, Gratu. Appreciate it. Sleepy Rita says, hi, Tom. Hello, John.
And Graphic Man, you don't have to home, folks, but you can't stay here. Until next time. Glad you could join us, Micah. Hope you're feeling better.
Yes, hope you're feeling better, buddy. Cheap Comic Collector says, great books, great show. Thank you very much, sir.
And Maranya, take care, Rod, Shannon, the wonderful Nutty Peanut Gallery, and all of the super nutty, sunny nuts of the day out there. Stay safe. Thank you, kind lady.
Thank you very much, Lady M. Appreciate it. Easy Comic Reader says, take care, everyone. Another awesome show. Thank you very much, sir. Again, apologize for screwing up that beginning, but we got it. Thank you to Maranya and you for bailing us out. Hippies Collectible says, peace.
Hippies Collectible says, peace.
And Maranya says, John, make sure to give Pauline lots of love and treats from me, please, and from all of us. We all love Pauline.
I must go watch that video.
Oh, yeah, it's great.
Guido says, great show, guys. Thank you. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate you being able to be here, buddy.
Yes.
I know what it's like working those hours. Yeah.
Thank you very much. We appreciate you spending your Saturday with us, all of you guys. The Jackson Roykirk says, great start to the weekend. Have a good one, folks. You too, sir. Thank you very much.
And Rob Brown, you guys take care of yourselves. Already looking forward to next Saturday.
Thank you, Rob. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. And Dr. Von Chilla says, I'm loving on her right at this moment, Maranya. All righty. Well, we didn't have a nut of the day today. Unfortunately, our planned nut wasn't able to make it, I guess. But hopefully next week. And if not, I'll have a backup for that one, hopefully. So I appreciate all you folks hanging out with us like you always do on Saturday mornings. We look forward to it, don't we?
Oh, always, man. I just, it's the highlight of the week, This and my grandkids, man. That's the two things right there.
Oh, so much fun. So much fun. We got Sleepy Rita saying onward and upward. I got to wake up earlier next weekend, he says.
Dr. Von Chill, another great show per usual. Hope to see y'all next week. Please love yourselves. Thank you, kind sir.
Thank you very much, John. Appreciate it as always, man. So next week we'll be back. We'll do it all over again. Hopefully we will have a nut of the day. We do have a channel of the week, and that is, I believe it's Carlson Bass Comics, if I'm not mistaken. I think I might be screwing up that.
I think it might. It was a Carl on bass.
Yeah, that's it. Carl and Bass.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I know that guy. Yeah.
There
Good
you
channel.
go.
Yeah.
Okay, he is our community channel of the week, so definitely go check out his stuff, sub him up, and enjoy his content. So
yeah, another one of those blasted musicians.
So you got anything going on this weekend, Shannon?
Man, I'm just gonna chill. It's kind of a overcast, cloudy kind of weekend. Got some rain coming in and out, so I'll probably just hang out back here, maybe work on some music, maybe watch some baseball. Just going to chill out. How about
Sounds
yourself?
like doing about the same. I think me and the missus got to go run some errands. We want to go to one of her favorite places, one of mine too. It's called the Christmas Dove. It's a year-round Christmas store.
Awesome.
They have all kinds of ornaments and stuff like that. Well, this is their anniversary. I think I don't know if it's 25 or 50 years. So we're gonna try and head over there and probably spend some money and then be back here. Check out some more videos and stuff. I got to catch up on a few people's videos here. I know there's one from Piggy.
That's always part of the weekend, man. Trying to catch up, trying to respond to comments because I'm like really bad. I'm not trying to be purposely bad about being late on those. It's just the way the schedule works out.
That's it. Real life gets in the way, don't it? Sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah.
All right, everybody. Thank you all again for joining us, spending your Saturday with us. We love it. Thank you very, very much.
Absolutely, guys. Take care and have a great weekend.
All righty. And we will see you next Saturday. Everybody, take care. Have a great weekend.